Hey guys, so today we're gonna go ahead and talk about this 2019 Model 3 Tesla. It's basically an overall build of Vicrez. It has the Vicrez wheels, the Vicrez Tesla body kit, and the carbon fiber steering wheel, and of course the vinyl on there. And then we'll go ahead and go over the parts for each part number that we have here. Alright, so the Tesla here is rocking the body kit VZ10-2333, which consists of the front lip, the vents, side skirts, rear diffuser, and the rear spoiler. The front lip would be the VZ10-2327. So now we're gonna use these two little screws and we're gonna start assembling the front lip. The front lip consists of 4 pieces. You do have the choice of not installing the bottom piece if you want to give it a different style to the lip. It is super easy. It all follows the body lines of the car. So to put them in place, it's not gonna take you that much of mapping it where to really put it on. It's gonna follow the same body lines of the car. And this middle bolt needs to align to the center. So you want to make sure the holes are aligning, as you can see right there. The side skirts, it would be VZ10-2328. So we're gonna start cleaning the rocker panel with some alcohol. And we're gonna start applying the 3M tape. So we're gonna start bolting it in where the indentions are at. It aligns with the line of the quarter panel.
So what we're going to do with the headlight trims is simply put 3M tape around it, and then you will be placing it above your headlights or your fog lights like this. Go ahead and put 3M on the trim. So before you put on the light trim, you want to go ahead with alcohol and clean around the area before you apply it. Now before you apply it fully, you want to align it perfectly. You want to start from the top first before you go to the bottom. Apply pressure. So the next part what we're going to do is we're going to grab the side trim and we're going to clean it first with alcohol. After you have it all clean, you're going to grab your 3M and apply it into the side trim. You want to cut it into the form of the trim. Remove all the excess. After that, it'll look like this. Then what you want to do is you want to put the same process onto the other trim. Before you apply the trim piece, make sure to clean around the camera. Just no debris could be under the 3M. Now we're going to apply the trim.
So you want to align it to make sure that this piece doesn't hit with the door. Just push it down.
And if you want to be secured, just you go apply pressure for like a minute or two.
And we'll check with the door. So you see it's not going into the panel.
Then you're going to want to do the same process onto the other camera. Next, we're gonna install the spoiler for the Tesla Model 3. First, what you wanna do is clean it. And apply the 3M onto the back. Cut off the excess. I want to apply some pressure on it.
Alright, so now we're going to take the protective film off the 3M, exposing the adhesive. Alright, so now we're going to align it with the trunk and stick it on. And it helps if you have two people.
Diffuser would be the VZ10.329.
First, what you're going to want to do is get your alcohol and you want to clean around the edge where you're going to apply the 3M. After that, you're going to want to apply the 3M. Afterward, you want to cut any excess off, like this.
So now we're gonna peel off the edge just a little bit, and then we're gonna make sure it's centered on the Tesla before we take off the little film. Alright, so you're gonna align it up to here. It's gonna go in the middle of these bottom brake lights, and then it should fit. And then we apply pressure as we take off the little trim. Is what you should end up with. Alright, so now we're going to install the rear bumper splitters you'll get in your kit, and they'll go like this. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get a 10mm and remove these two bolts on the bottom. Alright, so now that you got your splitter in place, you just line the bolts up and you're gonna hand tighten them. Once you hand tighten them, you're gonna tighten it up a little bit. Not a lot because you don't want to mess up the threads.
There you go.
So all around the Tesla Model 3 here is running the carbon flash gloss pink vinyl. It would be the VCV 10.235. The vinyl is very easy to work with. Obviously, all you would need to do is basically apply some heat, cut it into pieces where you're going to be placing it on the body parts of the car, and then just applying it with the squeegees and then the tools that you would need in order to install it, which we also do provide that on our website. You could check out all the tools and all the vinyl selections. We have it in gloss and matted. This would be the gloss option.
We wrapped up pretty much the whole car. We did a full color change, pretty much hitting it with the final touch. Compared to other vinyls, I mean, the vinyl is pretty easy to work with. It's not that complicated, you know. Compared to the glitter gold, this vinyl was way much easier to work with, you know. It's more forgiving. Air release was perfect.
wheels that the Tesla has is VCW 1006. The size for the front would be 20 by 9 and then 20 by 10.5 in the rear, 35 offset in the front and 40 offset in the rear. That's the OEM setup of Tesla. Of course, you could go higher than that. The tires are also from us, not our company, but we did go ahead and provide them for the car. So we're running the 255 30/20 all around. Again, you could run a different size, a bigger size, as long as it's a 20 diameter. And they are forged, so you could go ahead and change the finish on there. So it could be satin, gloss, brush, and it could be any color you want. So they are custom made and they're very lightweight compared to cast wheels. This Model 3 also is running with the OEM style, which is not the LED steering wheel, the VZ10-2063. It has the red 12 o'clock ring, red stitching, perfect leather, no carbon inlay, but as you all know, you could go ahead and customize that to forged carbon, honeycomb, regular carbon, color carbon, color inlays, or no inlay, and different stitchings. The install is super easy. You'll find it on our YouTube channel, and then you'll also find all the links for all the products underneath our YouTube channel video description. And yeah, so we're gonna use an Allen key. You're gonna go into the hole. Alright, so the airbag is now popped off, so we're just gonna go ahead and disconnect the harness from here and here. Alright, so take off this harness. You have two clips here. You want to go ahead and compress those to be able to pull it off. We're gonna take this one off. It's gonna be the same process. It has the two clips on the side. We're gonna use the HW38 to take off the center bolt. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start taking off the parts from the steering wheel to transfer it over to the carbon fiber. Now we have to take off this clip right here. And that's it. Everything is off the Tesla steering wheel, and we're gonna transfer it over to the carbon fiber. So I'm gonna reverse back my steps, and I'm gonna start with the clip that goes in here. So now we're just gonna go ahead and put the bolts back on, the 4 bolts. So the 4 bolts are in, and we're just gonna press these back into place. Alright, so we're gonna put the new steering wheel into the slot. And we're gonna connect the harness back on. Alright, we're gonna plug in the airbag back on. So basically that's the overall story of this Model 3. Make sure to like and subscribe, leave comments below, let us know the thoughts on this build. Hopefully the owner goes ahead and gets an airlift because this is a big wheel gap right here. Also make sure to check out the new vinyls that we're coming up with. You could go ahead and submit custom designs, and we do also provide a big selection of the new styles that we're coming out with, and we'll be doing more videos about that, so stay tuned to that and check out the new products on our website.